Hi Anti-Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we are watching episodes 292 and 293 of Bleach. I think it's pretty safe to say that the last couple of episodes got to me a little bit. They were a little bit intense, teared up a couple of times, but it's okay. We're moving forward. We're not going to dwell on it and how many feelings I have about Tosen, because we got more important things going on. Let's just face it, we have Ichigo making a dramatic entrance as usual, perfect timing as the little short at the end of the episode made fun of, but we also have Shinji, who is in the middle of fighting Aizen. He's got some really cool powers with his Zanpakuto, with like the reversed world thing, so he's playing with the sense of sight where, up is down and down is up and right is left and left is right and all that kind of stuff, and playing with Aizen's sense of sight. He was able to get in a couple of actual hits, which is something we rarely ever get to see, and Aizen took a second to figure out exactly what was going on and how to navigate it, but he also has the ability to manipulate people's perceptions, so Shinji's also having a bit of a hard time with him also using his Zanpakuto against Shinji, and both of them having their senses going all over the place. But we do have Ichigo dramatically crashing into the living world with his clothing all fixed, which means that his spiritual pressure is back to where it should be with his Bankai, so I'm assuming we are going to see some of Ichigo and Aizen's interactions or fights or whatever, since Ichigo seems to be the one for the job, since he hasn't seen Aizen Shikai, and he has a lot of spiritual pressure, according to Unohana, so Ichigo finally showing up to help out. Unohana hopefully going to help out heal some people. I'm thinking specifically of Hiyori, who's like still just bleeding out somewhere. I'm very worried. I know that Hachi is with her and doing his best, but it would be nice to have someone to come and help heal her. So lots of crazy stuff going on, I'm sure. We still have Gin somewhere hanging out. I'm really not sure what's going to happen with him, but things definitely coming to some kind of climactic ending for this arc. I'm sure that I will continue to be stressed about things, but let's just get into episode 292. In 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, but I'm also so nervous. Everybody looks a bit beat up, but are we helping out? Good to see Shinsui looking okay. New opener though. Why do I feel like I know the singer? I think I recognize the vocalist, but not the song. I'll have to wait and see who it is. See if I I know another one of the openers. The opener song bands. Cool effects on this one though. The kind of like grainy but also like, I don't know, almost like multiple pictures like overlapping but slightly off. It's almost like a 3D effect, but not quite. Oh, I miss Hiroichi. My gosh. Was that the little girl from the beginning? The like ghost girl that Ichigo's helping out? Oh no, if it said who the opener singer was, I missed it. I'll have to look it up. Let's see if I recognize it. I got distracted by the opener that I missed. I missed all of the stuff with. I missed the little card that would have said what the song was called and who the singer was. Anyway, I'm not gonna cry at this part again. I think mostly because somebody in the comments of the last video said that Tosen's eyes were orange slices, and I can't take it seriously now. Even though this is the part that I cried at last time. It's cool. Hizagi to the rescue. Thank goodness Tosin has that handy, like, space in his mask that conveniently fits his zanpakuto. I don't mean to poke holes in the plotting of Bleach, but I think he's behind the mask though, now that I see it from the side, so maybe my cynicism is uncalled for. Not quite. But good try. Better try than most people. Can we just acknowledge that Shinji has done the best so far? I don't want to live through the sadness again. Especially since it's like the end of Tosen's story until apparently there's like stuff in the manga, side light novels, side novels. Someone told me that there was a backstory like of Tosen that I'll have to check out at some point. There's so much Bleach stuff. I have no idea when I'll get to all of it. Yeah, and then that happened. Whatever the heck that was. That smirk, though. And then Ichigo being dramatic as always, which I'm here for. And though he's only offensive, Ichigo's like, what if I hit it with my Zanpakuto really hard? Which, in his defense, happens to work most of the time. Way to just throw a lot at him right at the beginning, though. Try to catch him off guard? I don't know if you did. Is he somehow redirecting it back? It's a shield of some kind. It has been a while since they've had to, like, actually fight each other, though. Good spin, though, from Ichigo. Don't let him get in your head. Ichigo? He likes to play mind games, don't let him. And I definitely think he is scared, especially being back in the living world where there's so many people that he's like friends with and he cares about in this one location. I definitely feel like he's gonna hesitate to use his hollow side. If he can keep the mask for very long, we had an issue with that before. I think he probably does that Ichigo. Yeah. Is he just gonna do a bunch of successive attacks? Is that the plan? Try to keep him off balance? He's losing his mask again. I think he's just fast. See, that's like always been the issue with Ichigo though. Like raw power he definitely has, but like training and strategy isn't where he excels. Nor has he had time. Like he's had a lot of stuff thrown at him in a very short period of time that he's just had to adjust to. Like he hasn't had hundreds of years to train like some of the Soul Reapers have. He's only like what, 15 still? Please nobody like impale him in the chest again, because I've already had to deal with that a couple times. I mean, maybe a little bit. True. He's played mind tricks again, though. See, but like this also is like what I was talking about before, where I was like, I feel like Ichigo's at the point where he's like, I have to do this, and it's not the same as wanting to do it. Which I feel like is also going to feed into like how well he's gonna do in this fight. It's like, true, don't let him get in your head. He's getting in my head a little bit, I'm gonna be honest. Look at everybody coming to help. Aww. Everybody helping out. I love that. Even though they're a little bit beat up. It's true, I mean, also true. Everyone's kind of got a stake in this. Plus, I mean, what are they gonna do? Just sit around and wait? Watch? They are fighters. I mean, I feel like it's just sitting around and waiting is something that they wouldn't be good at. Ooh, I don't know if Shinsui minds playing dirty a little bit though. He seems a little bit sneaky, like he's willing to take those opportunities to and use them to his advantage. It's true. He usually doesn't fight from a place of hatred. He comes from a place of like wanting to protect. Oh, look at him trying his best. Oh, I love that everybody's helping. Everybody's banding together to give him a chance. It's true though, if they're gonna give you a chance, Ichigo, you better be ready for it. Mm-hmm. True. They would want to help. They want to help, so. Some of the animation, though, these last couple of episodes of the fights, just satisfying to watch. Well, don't hurt each other, though. I mean, Toshiro definitely has hatred for Aizen. Good point, though. Hatred isn't about, fighting for a greater cause. It's like selfish interest. Me neither, but I like that he's acknowledged that. I think it'll keep him from losing his head a little bit. Don't let him get in your head, Toshiro. Keep your composure. I think Shinsui's got a good take on it though, where he's like interrupting him, making it so he can't talk. He can't like start getting into people's heads. A little bit intense, Toshiro, after that whole speech about not using hatred because it'll just be filthy violence, but okay. Looks like we will get back to that. I'm gonna have to look up who did the first opener, but new ending too. Ooh, I like it. Oh, I like it. I like the guitars in this one. I got distracted trying to listen to the mixing. My like my background in the music industry snuck in there for a second. Look at all these characters that aren't around anymore. Nell, how's she doing? What's Nell doing? Where's she at? Is she okay? We left her a little bit beat up. Also, like, where's Pesce and Donachaka? Are they okay? Just saying. I look at sometimes the guitar um rhythm links up with the melody of the vocals. Ugh, I love that there's gonna be like a bunch of the different captains and visors' abilities like working together. Uh-oh. Oh! I really love that we're getting to see the captains and Visor all coming together. One, because I like seeing them fighting as like a collective. We've had a lot of like individual skirmishes kind of simultaneously happening, and like maybe like two or three people will be fighting together, but they're kind of these solo fights. And now that we have Aizen to go up against, everyone is banding together and helping out with this fight, even if like one of them necessarily can't be the one who is able to outmaneuver or have more power than Aizen, them working collectively is a much better chance that they will win than one on one, even if like maybe it's not the most like sportsmanship like to have like a bunch of people ganging up on one person, but it's Aizen, so I'm willing to allow it. And I just like that we are going to hopefully get to see some of their abilities overlapping and like working together. I especially like that because Toshiro, we saw, has a very like forward and like kind of obvious fighting style. Like he's very straightforward with the way that he fights, which is how like Ichigo is as well. And then you have like Shinsui, who is able to like maneuver around that, and Aizen pointing out that he's only using sneak attack, so he's doing quite well because of that. But I think Shinsui's abilities lend well to like having fighting with someone who has a little bit more of a straightforward fighting ability, because he can then use his own techniques and maneuver around them. I think he's really good at adjusting to being with Toshiro in that particular instance. So I liked getting to see those two fight. I like that we're going to get to see some of the other characters fighting alongside each other, hoping to give Ichigo some kind of opening for him to get his own attack in. And I like that it fits with helping Ichigo kind of get out of this funk that he's in, because we got to see a little bit of his self-doubt in using his hollow form, which I talked about that being an issue before, where I was like, he's probably scared, especially being surrounded by people who matter to him and who he's trying to protect. I mean, obviously the town is empty, but there's still people there that he cares about, and he doesn't want to hurt them and lose control. And I think also, like I was saying before, is that he feels like a sense of responsibility to do this, but that's not the same as wanting to do it. And I feel like even that makes him kind of doubt himself a little bit too. I feel like he feels like he has to do everything himself, and he's the only one that can do it. And I feel like that partly fits in because, I mean, for one point, Soul Society told him he was on his own when he went to Hueco and was trying to save Orihime. It was only because his friends decided to go with him, and some of the Soul Society who, you know, went around some of the rules or came later. So I understand him feeling like he's alone in some cases, and also because, you know, people keep telling him he's the only one that can do this. Like, and I think he knows that like he is the only person because he hasn't seen Aizen's Shikai, who is going to be able to properly fight Aizen. So I think he went into this thinking, oh, I have to do it myself. I have to, it's only me. I'm the only one that can do it. And kind of discounting that there are all of these powerful people around him who want to help and can help. They just can't be, the final hit. They can't be the only people who are helping with the fight. Like, they can't do it on their own, but they can do it as a collective. So I like that we are getting to see Ichigo able to rely on these other people and his friends, and these people that he has fought with and who are fighting a similar fight to him and who have their own reasons for being in this battle, that are, their own reasons, their own grudges, their own sense of duty, and wanting to be protectors. So I like that everyone is kind of coming together and helping him out and helping him realize what he needs to do, but also that he has support with him. So it's sweet, even though I'm worried, because I'm always worried when we're up against Aizen, and I don't know how well this is gonna go. I have been warned that it might be stressful for me, but let's just get into episode 293 in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm like, I got tissues within reach. I got Totoro. I've been told I'm not ready for this, and I'm not. Oh, hello, Gene. You hanging out? I didn't look up if I knew who it was. I'm gonna try and pay attention for when it tells me what the song is and who the band is. I like it though. I mostly like the artwork, like the clips that they chose to use. I don't know why. I like the aesthetic. I'm gonna try and not get distracted by the visuals. Unless it's like in like hiragana or katakana, then I won't be able to read fast enough. Also a possibility. So I didn't miss it before. It just isn't obvious what it is. I'll have to look it up. I'm sure someone will put it in the comments too, but I'm impatient. I need to know these things. I don't know what this episode's gonna be, but y'all told me I'm gonna be stressed, so. I'm like stressed about the idea that I'm gonna be stressed. How is that possible? I just cried in the last reaction too. Does it have to do with Geen? Are we getting Geen backstory? Because I'm not ready for that. I got emotional with Tosen. Can't let him get in your head. I always get a little bit distracted by Shinji's um dialect, I guess, accent. He speaks a different dialect than like a standard like Japanese accent. I can't remember what it is. I'm pretty sure someone told me in the comments once. Interesting that now that like Shinsui is kind of saying these like teasing things, but he isn't smiling. So it's a weird like juxtaposition where he's very serious, but he's trying to he's still kind of in that playful tone. I'll never get over the trauma of that. Never. You're just playing into his hand, Toshiro. He wants you to react like this. Gin, you are in fact just hanging out off on the sidelines, you're not doing anything? I hope they do okay. We're gonna find out, kid. Strong conviction. Willing to throw everything away for the sake of fighting him? I believe it though. Toshiro is a very like loyal and passionate person, so I don't think he would ever forgive Aizen for what he did. Showing Gin in the background again. It must be so hard to like fight him though, because like, how do you even know if you're aiming at like actually Aizen or an illusion? Work together, guys. Good. Working together. They're really trying everything, aren't they? Oh, Rose. But don't get hurt. It does bother me that he seems relatively calm against so many opponents. I mean, it doesn't seem to be holding his Zanpakuto in one place, but it does seem to be, I don't know, maybe it will restrict his movement a little bit? Doesn't seem to be having much effect. No, his Zanpakuto. Oh, I'm very worried. Oh no. He's gonna demonstrate, isn't he? Oh no. Kamamura. If his like avatar thing lost its hand, yeah, I was like, doesn't that mean he did too? No. I like Rose. Dang. Really painting the picture of him being, god tier power. My heart hurts again. Hello, Soifeng. I mean, he did trick most people. I don't think it'll work. Ooh, Toshiro? Ooh, she managed to get him. It's an illusion, though. That's always my thing with Aizen. Whenever I think that something might actually kill him, there's like an illusion of some kind going on. Or it just didn't work. Oh dear. So, his spiritual pressure far exceeding that of a captain. Oh, Shinsui. I was wondering where you went off to. Clever, though. Using the ice to keep him in place and then using the shadow. I love seeing, their two abilities intertwining and working. And Shinji helping out with the reverse. Also coming from behind, like they were talking about. Will it be enough, though? Because Soifeng's wasn't enough. His spiritual pressure just, compensated for it. I'm assuming it won't be because Ichigo isn't fighting it. It seems like it's pissing him off, though. Ooh, Toshiro. I mean, I understand why, but is he gonna break it? I sense trickery. I do not think that this is the end. Nope. I don't believe it. Nope. Why is that ominous? Considering how much she was controlled by Aizen. It was an illusion. Oh no! Toshiro! See, that's what I was saying. Trickery. And how much he's used Hinamori in the past. Oh no, Toshiro. He's definitely gonna fight recklessly now, though. Ichigo watching it too. I really don't like him. I'm like, I feel like I'm in shock. I feel like the only reason I'm not bawling my eyes out is because my brain doesn't know how to process it. I'm like the same as Shinji though. I'm like, I'm trying to go back and be like, when did it stop being Hinamori? Like, when did they swap? Literally, my brain can't. I'm just sitting here with my brain trying to be like, my brain's just like, no, it's fine. Everyone's fine. Nothing bad happened. Don't worry about it. And I was so excited for them all to like be helping Ichigo out, and now he's like on his own again. Cause they all got, I'm assuming they're hurt enough that they aren't going to be part of the fight anymore. Like Toshiro lost like at least his arm. We still have Yamamoto though. Oh, Wonderways is also there. I also get super excited about tea sets. Just saying. Fancy tea sets. Oh, was that all an illusion? To get rid of him? Look, I knew that getting to the end of this arc, because the Arrancar arc has been going on for a long time. We've had lots of like arcs within it, but it's been like a huge chunk of Bleach as a series. I knew it was going to be stressful at the end. I knew it would. I'm like, it's all been leading up to this point. Obviously, the fight with Aizen gonna stress me out. I needed to not come at me all at once though, okay? I'm like sitting here and I'm like, it's fine. This part of the arc doesn't end till like episode like what? 315, 316. I'm like, it's cool. We've got some episodes. It doesn't have to come at me all at once. Okay? We don't have to hurt all of the major characters in like the matter of a few minutes. Unnecessary. too stressful for me, okay? I I was trying to recover from what happened to Kumamura last episode and then this episode where like his hand got chopped off and I'm like stressing, and then we have Hinamori, who I don't even want to talk about, okay? I can't talk about what happened with her. I'm so mad at Aizen for continuing to use her like a puppet. And Oscar warned me. He was like, it's gonna be stressful, you might get angry. You are correct, okay? I'm angry because it's helping me not dissolve into a puddle of tears. And then like Toshiro like lost an arm and like maybe part of his leg, I'm not sure, because like again there's like weird censoring in the show compared to the manga. I'm sure when I read the manga I'll actually see what like the full damage was of that moment. And like and everybody's just hurt and I'm upset and Ichigo is upset and he like knew what was going on because the illusions don't work on him. So like he knew what was happening to Hinamori, and like at what point did it stop being Aizen? Okay, because obviously Ichigo saw him when he like came through the little portal into the living world. So he saw that it was Aizen or he wouldn't have attacked. And they were like going back and forth and stuff. So I'm assuming at that point he was Aizen because Ichigo could see that. So like at what point did it stop being Aizen? My brain hurts. Okay, my brain hurts, my heart hurts. And I'm like, I'm sad and I'm angry and I'm overwhelmed and I'm stressed and I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's regroup and talk analytically because this is usually what I do. I think too hard about things, but we're seeing Geen again, so I was asking like, where's Geen? What's he doing? Is anyone fighting him? What's going on? I don't know who would fight him now, considering that most of them got injured. We do have Yamamoto though. We do have Yamamoto, who's a bit of a powerhouse. Uketake was also injured, but he like wasn't part of this part of the fight, so don't know what's going on with him. Where's Urahara at? Just a question. It'd be nice, perhaps, to have some backup at this particular junction. It's just a thought I had. It'd be nice. So we're seeing Geen again, seeing what he's up to, him having little observations about what's going on, comparing Aizen to godlike power, where he's saying even if the sky fell and like the earth like ripped apart, it wouldn't be like, even if you planned for that happening, it wouldn't be enough to be able to overcome Aizen, which is very intimidating to have him compared like that. But I also feel like maybe that is because we are going to get some kind of Geen moment, like backstory, fight. Maybe he'll get involved in some way besides just like, you know, hurting Hiyori and then like peacing out and being there on the sidelines. So maybe he's just there to like add some context to like as someone who knows Aizen's power and has been around it a lot. We also have Ichigo with his recurring problem of having a bunch of power but not knowing how to use it. It's kind of like what Aizen said, like, you can't beat me with like pure numbers and strength. Like, that's not enough. It has to be also like strategic. You have to be able to outsmart Aizen. That's like the big thing of going up against him. You have to be able to outsmart him. And that's why like Urahara and Shinji like both were able to like kind of navigate him a little bit. I feel like this way like Urahara has like the best chance of like outmaneuvering him, is he also has that kind of like almost like macro like chess player kind of vibe. So I don't know if Urahara has the raw power like in the way that like Ichigo does, but I feel like he has the like intelligence and strategic thinking and like way of maneuvering lots of different moving pieces to like, you know, think through a bunch of different eventualities and stuff like that. So I don't know what Urahara is doing, where he's at, what's going on. I hope that he has a plan of some kind, because he's been planning for like over 100 years. So I would hope that he has something else besides like, let's just throw a bunch of Soul Society at him and hope for the best. But we'll have to wait and see. It looks like Yamamoto is also getting involved again. We saw a little bit of Wonder Weiss. I don't know if he's fighting him or not. Last we saw, Kensei was fighting Wonder Weiss. Don't know what happened with him. He wasn't helping it with the rest of Vizard, so That's worrisome too. I feel like Yamamoto and Aizen have to fight though. I really want to see it. I think like purely I really want to see it. And also because I feel like that's a good matchup. Like if anyone is gonna be close to tier level, like god tier level, it's gonna be Yamamoto. Maybe? I don't know. I'm honestly shocked that I can have any coherent thoughts whatsoever because my brain doesn't want to process what happened. You can click this playlist to go and see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so you don't miss the next time I post a Bleach reaction, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!